Wake up, Randy. Room Country Forum today being brought to you by Banner Payson Medical Center, Choice Auto and Truck, George Henry Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, the Dana Law Group, Anytime Fitness, Hospitality Wireless, Sunshine Cleaning and Restoration, and Holiday Cruises and Tours. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for your hometown movie guys -1. We have with us in the studio Tina and Craig. Andy is dealing with issues today, and we wish him well with that, but he'll be back with us next Friday. In the meantime, time to talk about all the great things going on at the Sawmill Theaters this week. And Craig, glad to have you back in the studio. Last week you had a big fundraiser going on that, people were practically breaking down the doors to be part of.
Yeah, last Saturday we did our Shop with a Hero fundraiser, and had great success.
Wow.
I had about 300 people show up for that, so
300?
Really good, raised almost $2,000 for kids up here in Payson.
Wow, outstanding. You guys are always doing all kinds of good things like that.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one.
And now taking a look at some of the movies that are playing at the Sawmill Theaters, brand new one that I guess starts today is Jumanji: The Next Level. And so this is like Jumanji Part 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Second one with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, and it's about a team of friends who return to Jumanji to rescue one of their own, but discover that nothing is as they expect. Now, as I recall, because this is actually the first Jumanji movie, was something that, believe it or not, sit down, sit back, are your tray tables in the full upright and locked position and your seatbelt on? I actually saw this movie. And, dude, like totally tubular. But at any rate, it was quite funny because people were taking on, they were like, a little girl was actually a big man, and then there was, a lot of strange revelations that came about as a result. We'll just leave it at that. So I'm assuming that in this particular version, we're dealing with the same kind of thing.
Same type of thing, yeah. These guys get pulled into a video game and kind of have to live through these other characters.
And actually some pretty funny stuff.
I thought the first one in 2017 was the funniest movie of the year.
And that was a big hit.
Oh yeah.
Big box office draw and everything.
This thing was just hilarious, and this one, the trailers look just awesome, and yeah, it should be a good one.
And it's good for the whole family. It's rated PG. It plays at 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15. And by the way, the 4:15 playing is in 3D.
And it's got The Rock, and it's got Jack Black.
So you're happy?
Well, yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, cool. Well, and it promises to be a whole bunch of fun. And, with the cold weather and everything, just nice time. I understand the heat is on at the theaters, so, life is good. Go in there, be nice and comfy, and enjoy a good movie. And now this starts today, 1:15, today's first showing in Payson.
Yes.
All right. And now the next one has been playing for a week now, and that's I think it's just a week, and that's Knives Out. This is going into the second week, correct?
Third week.
Third week already. That's a movie about a detective and a trooper travel to a lush estate to interview the quirky relatives of a patriarch who died during his 85th birthday celebration. It's rated PG-13, plays at 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30, and everything I've heard about this sounds like a great whodunit.
It's gotten great reviews, 82 on Metacritic.
Wow, and they're usually pretty
critical.
critical.
It's just a fun movie, it is, and the family is just super quirky, and just real little subtle jabs at each other through the whole thing, but it is a whodunit. Daniel Craig's in this one, Christopher Plummer, Chris Evans.
I can't remember the name of
Toni Collette.
Toni Collette, she is
Don Johnson.
fabulous. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Don Johnson, whom I didn't even recognize.
Yeah, great cast in this one, and it's really good.
And have you seen this one?
I did. I really enjoyed it. It has this sort of Agatha Christie, different cogs meshing with other cogs to solve the mystery.
And you're always guessing, I think that person did it.
Yes,
No, maybe that
and
person
then,
did it.
And it wasn't the butler, and so.
Oh gosh, spoil the whole plot for us.
I know, but I really recommend this. You have to pay close attention to the details, because there are, things that happen that you remember later on. Oh, that was significant.
Right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Interesting. And again, this plays at 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30. It's rated PG-13. And of course, another big one that's been around for a couple, at least 2 or 3 weeks now, is that Frozen 2, the animated movie.
Oh yeah, Frozen.
And this is another sequel, and it's a chilling sequel. But it's about Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven who set out to find the origin of Elsa's powers in order to save their kingdom. And the first Frozen movie was a smash hit.
Oh, yeah, well, so is this one.
This one's right through the roof on the box office, right?
It's either close to $1 billion or it's passed up $1 billion already.
Wow.
Yeah, these are, Disney in general, they're up over, these went over 10 billion for the year.
Really?
Which is a record.
Mhm.
We still have, now, of course, next week is Star Wars.
Oh, now we're
Yes,
talking.
yes, next Friday is Star Wars, and we're gonna be doing, next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we're gonna be doing a couple of sneak previews on that one.
Wow.
So you come in 7 o'clock next Thursday, we're gonna do a 2D and a 3D. So there'll be plenty of seats, 2 theaters on that one.
Wow, very interesting. I have never missed a Star Wars movie ever since 1977. I've watched every one, and I've watched them in the theater to begin with, and then watched them multiple times afterwards on the boob tube at home. But they always, I like the way they. I'm still amazed that Lucas, thought up 9 different, not sequels, but 9 different editions of Star Wars. And thought that all back up in the 70s.
Yes, yeah, and this is the final one. This is kind of the, now we're gonna see more Star Wars films for sure, but this is the end of that Skywalker saga.
Right. But I mean, what a vision to be able to have all of this thought out, at the very beginning, that you're gonna do 9 different movies, and just goes to show there's a lot of crazy stuff going on back in the 70s, man. But it was weird. And what a vision, and gosh, every one of them has been a huge smash hit, has it not?
Oh, yeah, oh, sure, yeah, I mean, if Star Wars does $500 million, that's kind of on the low end, so.
Right. And by the way, just before I forget, Tina, do we know if Robin in Hawaii is listening this morning?
We do not, but I did talk to her about that movie, The Islands, which
Right.
she actually went to see. She said it was a really great story, but the movie was hokey. And I said, Robin, should I drive down to the valley to see it? She said, eh. So I'm sorry about that. I mean,
Well,
it's still local, local.
It's okay, Robin, you can still call in. We have something special queued up for you when you do, if you call in this morning, so be ready for that.
She may be sleeping in. And,
Yeah, I was going to say, what, in Hawaii right now, what is it, 5 o'clock in the morning?
No, it's 6.
Oh, they're only 3 hours behind us.
Always 3 hours.
That's right.
We in Rim Country are always 3 hours.
That's right, they don't do daylight savings time
Nope.
either. One of the few other logical places in the world.
Really.
All right. Also playing at the Sawmill Theaters, It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. It's a story about the true life story of a real life friendship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Junod. We just call him Tom.
Yeah.
It's rated PG, plays at 115, 415, and 715. How's that been doing in the box office up here?
It is done good up here,
Yeah.
too. Not only this is a PG film, just a nice film about a nice person.
Right, right. And he really had an interesting life story from everything I've heard. And Presbyterian minister.
He was.
And I've known a couple other members of the clergy who had that same sort of persona.
Well, he was such a sweet guy.
Mhm.
And there are, it's not heavily directed towards his Christian faith, but there are a couple of scenes in which it really does come out, and some very moving scenes. I really hope people will go see this movie. It's lovely.
Very nice. And shifting gears, it seems like everything that you have playing at the Sawmill Theaters right now is good for the whole family. It's either PG or PG-13. Another one that's playing that I was really surprised in talking last week, I know when Andy was here, that it hasn't done better in the box office than it's done, because the previews and everything sound really good. And that's the movie Ford versus Ferrari. American car designer Carroll Shelby and driver Ken Miles built a revolutionary race car for Ford and challenged Ferrari at the Le Mans back in 1966. Now, again, it's rated PG-13, plays at 1, 415, and 730. How's this been doing locally?
Oh, it's done great.
I
Yeah,
went to-
more of a pacing film.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like it's something that a lot of the local folks would like to get out and see.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's awesome.
And
It's awesome.
You saw the movie?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved Matt Damon is just perfect as Carroll Shelby,
Right.
and Christian Bale. I mean, what can you say? He's just Ken Miles, and the story is fairly close to the, to the real story, because then I saw the documentary on Carol Shelby, which was on Netflix.
Right.
And it's really, please go see this movie if you haven't seen it. It's wonderful. It's just, fast cars and lots of intrigue. And it's a beautiful movie, and it has nothing politically correct in it. It's just a good story.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So, again, just another
So
one.
you can go see it, Randy.
It's okay for me to?
Oh, you definitely should see it.
All right. And another one that I really want to see that I'm also surprised hasn't done, I mean, I thought this was going to be huge, and we've been talking for weeks that this is one that you definitely want to take the younger folks out to see, if nothing else, just for a lesson in history, and that's the movie Midway, the story of the Battle of Midway, told by the leaders and sailors who fought in it. And it's rated PG-13, 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15 are the show times. And locally, correct, has this been getting a good crowd?
It's another one, yeah, it's definitely more of a pacing movie than a national film.
Right.
Yeah, it's done great up here.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
again,
good.
a
It's a
wonderful
good one.
movie.
Yeah, it's a
Totally.
really good
I
one.
mean, a must-see. It
I'm-
really is.
And I have to, come out of the closet and admit that I'm a documentary nut.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I am
just,
too.
that's really what I prefer to watch. If I'm gonna, sit down and stare at a screen for a couple hours, I'd like to, to have my head or my heart fed. And
Yeah, and it's
so
a
I like these kind of-
docudrama,
Right.
but very, apparently pretty close to reality. And in seeing that, and then last Saturday at the Classic Movie, seeing Tora,
Oh, yeah.
which was amazing,
Right.
amazing, and really,
It still is, yeah.
Yeah, and it was filmed back in 1970s, so
Right.
there was no CGI. I mean, they did these incredible stunts. Oh, it's just a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to look that up again. I didn't see it at the Classic Movie Saturday, but as a matter of fact, we need to talk more about Classic Movie Saturdays here in a minute. But we have a caller on the line, so let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on Rim Country Forum. Good morning. That sounds like Andy McKinney.
Hey, other movie guy.
Right?
What?
There you go. You got to visit KMOG Country.
We've been outed.
Yeah, that's right. Visit KMOGcountry.com and check it out. I didn't realize that those photos were actually approved yet for public dissemination.
They're PG.
Hey, sorry you can't be with us this morning, Andy. Now I understand. Which movie was it that you gave the review in on the latest issue of the Payson Roundup?
Frozen.
Was it Frozen? Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
I guess this would be the right time to say cool. So what about Knives Out? What is it you liked about Knives Out, Andy?
The clever story.
All right, so gotta love that. So Knives Out, a good one to go see, and then of course Jumanji: The Next Level just starts today. That ought to be an interesting one to go see too.
Jimmy Cruise.
Oh, that's right, yes. Yeah. Yeah,
I remember that
ditto.
one.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye, dude.
All right, take it easy. 19 minutes past 9 o'clock. We've got to take a quick break. And before we do, real quick, I'm hoping that maybe this will help bring Robin over there in Hawaii to call in again this morning.
Yeah,
I don't know if this will work or
I
not.
talked to her the other night, I don't, she's, yeah. she's got a new job. She works for the Army. She got a new job and a raise. so
And
she's
that's all you
happy
get,
about it.
Robin, is that much. You gotta call in to get more, so, anyway,
I'll
deal
te-
with it as you will.
I'll text her.
Oh, there you go. And anyway, we have to take a fast break. We're gonna be back with more on Rim Country Forum right after this.
Who are Rim Country's experts in cleaning carpet, tile, upholstery,
I had
wood
that
floors,
queued up just in case she
original
called in
rugs,
again.
and heating and air conditioning
You snooze, you lose, Robin.
or fire restoration, water
We really do
damage,
have a
mold
whole-
removal, sunshine
Which our whole
cleaning,
line
and
of
restoration.
is what you call
Certified
pacing
reliable,
movies,
30
right?
years
It's
experience.
really-
You can trust Jesse
really lined
Clark
up
and
well
the
for us.
Sunshine
I think
Staff
so.
to be on
Um,
site within 1 hour in the Payson
And
area.
I know we only got 10
Emergency
minutes
water
left, but
extraction. Call for an
can we talk for a
emergency
moment about your
to get
favorite
that dirty
Christmas
carpet
movies?
clean. 474-2521.
I'm thinking Die Hard.
Now in their new location at 511 South Beeline
Yeah,
Highway.
it just puts the ho-ho-ho in Christmas.
Are we only
Will,
a half an hour
trust,
today?
or
Yeah, only a half hour. We got the Payson
Oh,
Choral
it's
Society
fun.
people coming in the next half hour promoting their
Expense
concerts this
of
weekend.
court proceedings. These documents should be reviewed and
Yeah,
updated
yeah,
if they
yeah.
were done
Mother.
years ago. Team employees at the Dana Law Group are experienced in all areas of estate planning and take pride in helping families in Payson prepare these vital documents. Protect your family's future now.
And there's a call
Free
in now.
initial consultation. Call the Dana Law Group at
Okay, we're going in 8 seconds.
445-4440.
I have no idea where we're going, but we're going.
445-4440 or go online to
Well, we're gonna hurry to get there.
danalawgroup.com.
21 minutes past 9 o'clock, 44 degrees, looking for that high today of 61. Tell you more about today's weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, this morning, as we do on Fridays, in our first half hour, talking with your hometown movie guys. Coming up in the next half hour, going to be talking to some folks from the Payson Choral Society about a great concert they have going on this weekend, and we'll tell you about that in a little bit. Meanwhile, we also have a caller on the line, so let's go to the phones. You're on Rim Country Forum. Good morning. Yay.
I gotta tell you,
Good, would you hurry
my
up?
daughter is in Hilo, Hawaii.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, so she grew gills to be there because it rains like 24 hours a day. Ah, what a surprise. Yeah. Oh, you mean my cousin's ranch? Yeah, Cool Lower Ranch? Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's way more valves than anything else. Yeah.
Okay, just young whippersnappers. Yeah, well, that's a case in point, yeah. Oh, really?
Spooky, weird, fun book.
Well, your imagination can always, conjure up some really unusual twists and turns. I think that's why a lot of people, feel a little disillusioned when they see the movie, because the stuff that we can dream up is more impactful to us personally, oftentimes than what Hollywood can come up with.
The book. And the book was, of course, way better. Not that I have not seen the movies, okay?
Oh, the first Jumanji was hilarious.
Right. Yeah, the original, Robin Williams was in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, well, hey.
Aloha from Hilo.
Definitely appreciate it, and I hope you have yourself a great weekend. And we'll I guess we'll give maybe just another little snippet for your daughter over there in Hilo. And that's all you get, all right? Enough of this Melikaliki Maka stuff. All right. Easy. for
Merry
us.
Christmas.
Christmas and Happy New
Can we
Year.
say that publicly?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know how it
You
translates.
need to get out of Hilo and drive over to Kona. It's
Yeah.
a little more sunny
Yeah.
over on that side.
Yeah, really.
That's where they grow
And
the
go to the
coffee.
green sand beach on the Big Island.
Green Sand Beach.
Olivine is
Really?
the mineral.
Wow, very interesting.
Beautiful, yeah.
All right, another caller on the line. Hi, you're on Room Country Forum. Good morning.
There she is. Hi, baby girl.
How's life in Hawaii today? All right, sorry, had to help get you in the mood there. So it's a what, a big surfing day or what? There's cows out there surfing? It's utterly amazing.
So.
Sorry, we're gonna milk this for all it's
He
worth.
got rolled and he rolled over his foot with his jet ski. I mean, we were, oh
Oh,
man.
man,
But
really?
he's still alive, praise God.
Oh,
So,
yeah, really, wow.
Yeah.
Well,
He is a funny guy.
well, tell him to keep that jet ski upright today. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, tell him to keep the board on upright as well.
Yeah.
It's a nice concept anyway. So some big waves going on right now? Some big waves right now? And when you guys talk about big waves, how big are the waves? Well, that's pretty good size.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I tell you what, this is a poi-free zone, but we do appreciate you calling in.
Love you, girl.
Hey, Malakaliki Maka.
Aloha, sweetie. See,
You
told
got
ya.
Something told me we would definitely conjure up a call from Hawaii this morning on the show. You know, which, just in conclusion here, one of the things I wanted to just ask real quick is, what's your favorite, Tina, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I love It's a Wonderful Life.
You know, that's-
with Jimmy Stewart.
Every Christmas, whenever I find that on TV, I've always got to
Yeah.
sit and watch that.
Yeah,
It's,
and
it's kind of a
apparently, he personally was in a bit of a depression when he made that movie.
Really?
And and people were even concerned about him, but he certainly channeled it into some very moving scenes where, this whole thing about, do I matter?
Right.
Does my life matter? Does what I do matter? Does it support other people? It used to be that almost everybody in America would watch that movie every Christmas. And I'm hoping that almost everybody that's listening to us will watch that movie.
Am I going to depress you when I say my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard?
I knew you were going to say that. No, you don't depress me. I just curl my lip and roll my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, how about you, Craig?
Chevy Chase, Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
Dude,
one.
I know.
That's, I would say many of us guys have at least had variations on the theme of the Christmas light sequence there, when you're like, you get it all set up and oh crud, it's not working. But there's a lot of good scenes in that one.
Miracle
Of course,
on
Home Alone,
34th Street.
another great.
Home Alone, yeah.
I just watched a
Miracle
thing
on
on
34th Street.
online the other day that was they had some I don't know what they were like, not forensic people, but they were into physics anyway, and they were saying, actually with like the scene where the guys break in the front door and the kid lets go of the Macaulay, whatever his name was. He lets go with the paint can tied to the rope and smacks him in the head. What it would actually do, and they took a ballistic dummy and put down and put a can of paint and swung it down the same, and it probably would break your neck. So there was a few things in there that were, also you can't really put the electric charcoal lighter on a doorknob and have the outside doorknob get red hot without the inside of the door combusting.
dang.
So, just in case you were thinking about trying to pull some of those gadgets this Christmas.
Really?
But that was another good
And
one.
Don mentioned Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, yeah.
A beautiful movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. So these are the old school stuff that we love.
right.
Yeah.
And one of the
Oh,
things.
and A Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for Pete's
Where would we
sake.
be
Oh,
without that?
absolutely.
Yeah. No, really.
And,
God bless us, everyone.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Tiny Tim.
George C. Scott.
Beware,
Yes, George C. Scott is Scrooge. Wonderful movie.
beware of the ghost of Christmas past. Now, real quick before we're out of time here, because we are, we have the Classic Movie Saturday that comes up the first Saturday of every month, but you don't yet have figured out what that movie's going to be yet. We're going to talk more about that next week, right?
Yes, yeah, we're kind of thinking about that one. We need to vote for our next classic film next week.
All right.
Yes, so be thinking about possibilities for classic movie in January, first Saturday of January.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so again, you can always find out what's playing at and what time it's playing at the Sawmill Theaters by just logging on to sawmilltheaters.com, or you can call 928-595-0876 and find out more that way. Thanks to our movie guys for being with us this morning. We'll hopefully have Andy back in here next week, and in the meantime, y'all have a great week, and we've got more coming up for you.
And Nelly Flicky Baka.
And boy.